Focused and fearless. Here's everything you need to know this rush hour of July 18, Thursday. I'm Riza Diaz. Starting off today's rush with fewer towns and cities suspending their classes due to bad weather. Classes in all levels are suspended in the entire Bataan province in Abra de Ilog, Occidental Mindoro, as well as in Malabon, Tanawan, Batangas, and the towns of Agno, Bani, Bolinao, and Burgos in Pangasinan. Likewise in Kalumpit in Marilao in Bulacan, San Fernando, La Union, Calatrava, Romblon, and Romblon. Meanwhile, classes in high school or preschool to high school have been suspended in Navotas, Kahidyokan, Romblon, and public schools in specific barangays in Sasmuan, Pampanga. Now, these include barangays Batang 1st, Batang 2nd, Mabuanbuan, Malusak, and Sebitanan. Classes in preschool and elementary are suspended in Lipa, Batangas, and in the towns of Infanta, Lingayen, Mangataram, and Sual in Pangasinan. However, only preschool students have no classes in Alaminos City, Burgos, and San Carlos in Pangasinan. And same goes for the towns of Mabalacat and Magalang in Pampanga. And this just in, classes in all levels are also suspended today in the towns of Obando and Maykawayan in Bulacan, as well as in Aringay, Bugilin, Bangar City, Caba, Luna, San Fernando City, San Gabriel, and Sudipen in La Union. However, in Balaloan, La Union only suspended their classes in preschool to high school, and while in Bawang has no classes in preschool to elementary. Falcon has maintained its strength overnight as it moves closer to the northern borders of the Philippine Area of Responsibility. Now, to give us the latest weather update, we have with us Chris Perez, live from the Pag-asa Weather Forecasting Center. Chris, good morning. Chris, good morning. Can you hear me? All right, we'll circle back into Chris with that report from Pag-asa. Meanwhile, later Representative Martin Romualdez hosted a big dinner party for over 100 lawmakers who backed his candidacy just a few days before the 18th Congress. This seemingly suggests that although the president already endorsed Taguig Pateros Representative Alan Peter Cayetano, the speakership race is far from over. Ria Fernandez with this report.
Over 100 House lawmakers from the majority and minority blocs attended the Thanksgiving party of later Representative Martin Romualdez. The event was held in a Mandaluyong hotel just a few days before the opening of the 18th Congress. Former President and Speaker Gloria Arroyo, accompanied by her husband Mike, was among the early birds. Her son Pampanga Representative Mikey Arroyo was also present. In attendance too were PDP Laban's Pampanga Representative Don Gonzales and Surigao del Sur Representative Johnny Pimentel, as well as party list coalition president Juan Pacman Representative Mikey Romero. Minority members Caloocan Representative Edgar Erice of Liberal Party and Gabriela Representative Arlene Brosas were also spotted at the event. But despite the Solon seemingly warm support, Anak Kalusugan Representative Mike Defensor clarified that the gathering was just Romualdez's way of saying thank you to those who stood by him during his bid for Speaker. Defensor said they will go by the President's endorsement of Taguig Representative Alan Cayetano as Speaker and Romualdez as Majority Leader.
Of course, the speakership is over. The President already made the announcement.
However, in his speech, Romualdez still mentioned the speakership while recalling the generosity of his colleagues when their city, Tacloban, was severely devastated by Super Typhoon Yolanda in 2009.
I would also like to give back and to return the favor to each and every one of you. If it were working as a speaker, as a house leader, as majong, in any capacity, I really want to dedicate my last years in public service working for you, by you, for what you have done for us.
Regarding the minority leadership, Capi's Representative Redinil Castro explained that the idea of running for the position was not his. If chosen by his colleagues, however, he said he will seriously think about it.
To be a minority leader is not simply being a minority leader. You have an obligation, not only to the party, not only obligation to the bloc, but obligation to the country.
Castro added that a minority leader must maintain the balance between the opposition and pro-administration members in the House. For News 5, Ria Fernandez, We Are One News.
Meanwhile, the Quezon City Police already started inspecting Commonwealth Avenue ahead of the President's fourth SONA on Monday. The PNP is also preparing for expected protests outside Batasan. Jen Calimon with a story.
NCRPO Police Chief Guillermo Eleazar and Bayan Muna Secretary General Renato Reyes inspected the St. Peter Parish and Commonwealth Avenue, where militant groups will stage their protests on President Duterte's fourth SONA on Monday.
This is a good spot. Pinili po namin ito dahil dito po pinakamaluwag, no? At ang gusto po talaga natin magkaroon ng safe space para dun sa mga participants.
The police chief said the protesters will be free to use the open area.
We could have a little bit more distance compared to last year.
Yeah,
so,
for admin area.
Meron naman.
Meron talaga, just like last year. Meron yun. We provide you kasi yung mga VIP nyo, tapos sa likuran, pwede doon, di ba? Walang problema yan. We can accommodate.
But to ensure order during the SONA, the authorities will prohibit flying of drones by the public. The police also appeals to the protesters to avoid wearing jackets and caps. They say this will deter ill-willed persons from bringing weapons to the venue of the SONA and create chaos. 15,000 cops will also be deployed in Metro Manila on Monday, while the PNP Highway Patrol Group will also deploy 171 personnel to ease traffic in Quezon City, where some roads will be closed. The PNP, MMDA and militant groups signed a commitment to keep the President's SONA peaceful and orderly. The PNP said those who will violate its protest guidelines will be dispersed.
Yun ang sinasabi natin, that is violation already of our agreement, di ba? So we are compelled to disperse them. So dyan sa likuran dyan, marami pa rin tayong mga fire trucks dyan. Pero naka-standby lang. Pero alam mo, hindi man natin nakikita yun. Pero this asking, nagtatanong lang kasi just in case. Pero hindi natin nakagawa.
Wala po tayo kasing ganong senaryo dahil the very fact na kami na nga po yung namili ng lugar na ito, hindi na po intensyon ng mga magpoprotesta na lumusob pa doon sa harapan ng batasan. Gaano man tayo kaasar doon sa mga nagtitipon doon.
The United People's SONA is now preparing an effigy reflecting the West Philippine Sea as a theme.
Tema po natin sa Lunes, West Philippine Sea. So we're inviting all Filipinos, maging patriotic duty natin to defend our sovereignty, to defend our sovereign rights, to defend our waters against any foreign power. So kulay blue po kami sa Lunes. Baka pareho kami ng kulay ng mga pulis.
Dahil tubig.
Dahil sa tubig, dahil West Philippine Sea po yung kulay at hugis sa isda at lamang dagat yung aming mga placard sa darating na Lunes.
Meanwhile, the officials of Cultural Center of the Philippines and Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra conducted an ocular inspection at the Batasang Pambansa. They will play nationalistic and Filipino songs during the SONA.
Palagay ko yung pagdating nila rito, compared to the previous SONA, medyo magugulat sila na merong Philharmonic na sasalubong sa kanila. This is an added attraction, feeling, or something na binibigyan ng significance ang art.
Reporting for News 5, Jen Calimon, We Are One News.
Meanwhile, here are the biggest stories from the dailies. Filipino Star ngayon reports that President Duterte is still the most trusted official in the government. That's according to the latest Pulse Asia survey conducted from June 24 to 30. The president bagged 85% in both approval and trust ratings, way above Vice President Leni Robredo's 50% approval rating and 52% trust rating. The survey also shows that only 3% expressed disapproval of Duterte, while 11% were undecided. The palace is meanwhile thanking the public for their continued trust to the president. And this from the Freeman. A garbage crisis is looming in Cebu City as its contract with hauler Jomara Construct Corporation ends this Saturday. Jumara is responsible for transporting the city's trash from the transfer station in Barangay Inayawan straight to the landfill outside the city. And without haulers service, it will be only a matter of time before the transfer station gets filled. Now, because of this, Cebu City's Public Services Department is now considering doing an emergency procurement to hire a contractor, but this still has to get the council or the city council's approval. The Bangko Sentral is set to launch a coin version of the 20 peso banknote by the end of the year or at the start of 2020. This comes after a study conducted by the University of the Philippines showed that the 20 peso bill is the dirtiest and most used currency in the country. The BSP tells the Philippine Star that the coin's production may be more expensive than printing the bill, but this could last 10 to 15 years longer than the banknote. Now let's circle back to our top story. Falcon has maintained its strength overnight. And to give us the latest weather update, we have with us Chris Perez live from the Pag-asa Weather Forecasting Center. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Riza. Pag-asa is currently monitoring 3 weather disturbances that are currently affecting the Luzon area. Firstly, we are monitoring Tropical Storm Falcon, which continues to move towards the northern boundary of the Philippine Air Responsibility. Falcon is expected to exit the PAR sometime today or even as early as tomorrow morning. However, at the moment, we still have Tropical Cyclone Wind Signal number 2 raised over the Batanes group of island, while Tropical Cyclone Wind Signal number 1 is still up over the Babuyan group of island. Residents of these areas are advised to continue to monitor updates from Pag-asa about Tropical Storm Falcon and coordinate and cooperate with their local government for disaster preparedness and mitigation measures. It's also advised that they should be alert against possible flash floods and landslides. Meanwhile, another weather disturbance, a low-pressure area, is being monitored, and it was estimated at about 265 kilometers west of Ilocos Sur. Now, this particular low-pressure area, we're not ruling out the possibility that this will intensify into a tropical cyclone within 24 to 48 hours. Aside from these 2 weather disturbances, the habagat will continue to bring rains not only over Metro Manila but over most parts of Luzon and over the western Visayas as well. The general public is advised to continue to monitor for updates from Pag-asa about these 3 weather disturbances, and our next severe weather bulletin about Tropical Storm Falcon will be issued at 11 a.m. this morning. Lisa?
Chris, just an update on the effects perhaps of the rain that we're getting on the dams, particularly in Angat.
Unfortunately, the concentration of the heavy rains are over the northern Luzon area, while the rains brought about by the habagat are mostly over the western sections of Luzon only. Now, Angat borders to about the eastern section of central Luzon. So in case that the area will experience rains over the next couple of days, we're not really expecting a significant rise in the water level over that particular water reservoir.
All right. Thank you very much. That was Pag-asa weather forecaster Chris Perez. Now, this just crossed our wires. Olongapo City has declared suspensions of classes today from preschool to elementary due to the bad weather. And tensions rose in Sin City as the much-awaited fight between People's Champ Manny Pacquiao and the undefeated Keith Thurman draws close. And Mark Zambrano gives us the latest updates straight from Las Vegas.
The mania surrounding Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman hit fever pitch today as both fighters were welcomed by a throng of fans at the lobby of the MGM Grand Hotel here in Las Vegas, Nevada. The 30-year-old from Clearwater, Florida was his usual animated self.
Get motivated, Manny. I want the best Manny Pacquiao. I want the real deal Manny Pacquiao. I don't want Manny Pacquiao just thinking about his family and his fans and stuff. I want him training hard. I want him coming for my throat. My prediction is I'm going for the knockout. I want to hit him big. I want to hit him hard. He's a smaller guy. Can he really take the power? If he can take the power, then we're going to do what we've always done. Stick, move, and show him that he can't touch me when I'm in my groove.
The 8th Division World Champion, on the other hand, was more tight-lipped. He ran the Myron Partridge track in the morning and had a short gym session in the afternoon at the renowned backyard gym of Clarence Bones Adams, a former fighter.
Listen, he may be 40, but to me, he's still 25. He still looks in tremendous shape. His speed is still there, his power is still there, and I feel sorry for Thurman.
As in previous interviews, it seems he's not affected by the verbal theatrics of his opponent.
That's easy to say, but it's hard to do it in the ring. Especially, he's not fighting for a new guy, an experienced guy, but he's fighting a more experienced guy. So I mean, my resume, I think it will.
Mark Zambrano, We Are One News.
And this just in, Lubang Island in Occidental Mindoro has also suspended its classes in all levels today due to the heavy rain. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again next time for another round of Rush. I'm Riza Diaz. We Are One News.